Welcome back to the series on finding the best vibe coding platform. Given the same prompt, which one produces better results? And in the previous matches, we put Lovable against Bolt and V0 against Base 44. If you've not seen those just yet, go check them out and comment which one you feel should move on to round 2. In this match, we have GitHub's Spark versus Replit. Let's jump right into it. All right, left-hand side, we have GitHub Spark. Right-hand side, we have Replit. The prompt we are using for round 1 of these matches is to build a community forum where users can register with a username and email, post tips and tricks, basically creating a DIY type of forum. And we want to be able to allow users to log in and comment and all that. So I'm going to send that in here with GitHub Spark, submit that prompt. And again, keep in mind, I'm using the free versions of these tools, although GitHub Spark, I believe you have to pay for. I might be wrong on that. Let me double check on that. But I'm going to send this into Replit as well using their free option. All right, both are off and running. They're working on things and we'll see where this takes us, which one finishes first and has a more complete solution and a better design are the things that we're looking for in this matchup. One thing to quickly note while things are off and running is at the time of this recording, GitHub Spark is in public preview. Right now, each prompt consumes 4 premium requests, which draw from your plan's premium request allowance. So if you have GitHub Copilot subscription, that's where that pricing is coming from right now. That cost is coming from right now. So it's not exactly free. I don't think they have a free tier as far as I can tell. You have to be a paying customer, but I'm using the very base minimum model in that regard for GitHub Spark. So just keep that in mind in terms of evaluating and comparing these vibe coding tools that we're having in this series. All right, we're about 4 or 5 minutes into this, and it looks like Replit has at least some type of result showing up. It's still showing that it's working on things, but it is rendering a page that is, again, going with that fix-it theme. It's very interesting to me that, oh, here we go. And now GitHub Spark has finished or has a result at least to show us. No, it looks like it's completely done in that regard. And then so is Replit. So they both took about the same time. So speed-wise, I would say it's pretty even, although we started seeing some results and rendering show up on Replit a little bit before GitHub Spark in that regard. Now, design-wise, this is kind of interesting. The GitHub Spark one gives me more of a forum type of feel based on the design. Maybe you agree. Let me know in the comments below. Whereas the Replit side of things gives me more of like a landing page for a business or company that is doing handyman work and stuff like that. It's super interesting. It also is very heavily branded with Replit in there. So like if I am actually trying to deploy this as a production application for other users to start using, they're going to be confused by this Replit terminology made with Replit and that type of thing. Again, maybe that's something that gets switched out if you're in a paid tier, but still worth noting in the free tier here. All right, so in this rendering, it looks like both of them have the ability to show how the design is responsive or not based on different devices that might be accessing the website. In the case of GitHub Spark, I can click on the show mobile view option, and we can see it does indeed render okay in a mobile view, but things are kind of like a little out of sorts. And like you could see like this category tag is overflowing on the card for this particular post. I do like that there are sample posts in here and like seed data for the application so you can get a true feel of how things are working and running. So the filtering's all working in the GitHub Spark version of this app. The mobile one, while it is slightly responsive, it's really not that great. I don't think it built it out in a way that makes it conducive to be used on mobile right out of the box. On the other hand, from Replit, we can see it gives us more options on what we can do and what different devices to try and see what the application or website looks like in those different devices. So if I go iPhone SE, we can see what that looks like. The Pixel 10, Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, and it does change and does seem to be responsive in that regard. But again, it's a pretty simple design. We're not seeing anything actually happening. We're not seeing a forum or any posts here. I don't know if it quite got the right idea for what we were looking to do with this prompt. In terms of seeing a more full-blown preview in a separate tab, I don't see the option to do that with the GitHub Spark solution here. I can open in a code. I can open the code in a code space. I can create the repository for this and change some settings. I can refresh the preview, but there is nothing. I guess I have to publish it in order to get it accessible via another tab here. Whereas Replit gives me the option to open a new tab and check it out that way. So it is already set up like a preview site URL that I can deploy and test things out with first. So let's go ahead and try and continue with Replit. Okay, cool. So I was able to log in with my Replit account. I guess that's the default login option that you have here. And now that I'm logged in on the Replit version of this forum, it feels more like a forum. And we do have sample data here. So it seems like just the landing page when you're not logged in shows in that way where it feels more like a business website versus a forum. It does have filtering that's working correctly. Let me share a tip. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Another platform with the same sample title, like placeholder text. What the heck is going on? Let's say this is flooring. Test 1. Watch out for broken boards that can trip you. I don't know. Okay, and that was pretty fast and snappy. I like that. We can discuss it. We can add comments and all that stuff. So it did fulfill that request as part of the prompt. Thank you for this tip. Okay, there we go. We can see the comment show up there. We go back. Can I delete a comment that I have on this? No, once you make a comment, that's it. No problem. All right. What about my post? Can I delete I can delete a post. Okay. So pretty fully functional application from the Replit side of things. Now let's publish and try using the GitHub Spark. Well, I guess instead of publishing, let's try signing up directly from the preview here. Actually, let's see if I can use a fake email. It'll catch that or not. Oh no, it just let me sign in as is. So I'm signed into as that user now. I can log out. I can share a tip. Let's comment. Oh, there's already comments on here. This worked perfectly. I've been dealing with a dripping bathroom faucet for months. Why would you let that go on for months? Took me 15 minutes and cost $3 in parts. Awesome. Pro tip, take a photo of the parts layout before reassembly. Makes it so much easier to put back together correctly. Okay, cool, cool. Tool time, Tom. Don't listen to Tom. You should record a video instead of just pictures. Oh, look at that. And there's my comment. Let's see if I want to share a tip. Quick fix for leaky faucets. What is it with these AI models and their fixation on faucets for this? All right, let's go painting. Test. Wear protective eye gear when using a spray painting tool. I don't know what the heck that thing's called. I'm just going to call it that. All right, cool. That worked. Now if I filter, all this stuff is working as expected. So functionality wise, all great for both. So I think it's pretty even in regard to Replit and GitHub Spark here. We're building out this forum. But design wise, I definitely feel like GitHub Spark gets the +1 in that column. Let's see if I log out, log back in, go to login. That's weird. I just log in with an email. So the login, I'll say, is not a real login at this point for GitHub Spark. Whereas Replit seems like it's a real login, but only with Replit accounts right now. So most of my users, if I'm somebody that's trying to build out this application and make it production ready, they're not going to have a Replit account or know what the heck Replit is. All right, let's go ahead and try and publish these. So I'm going to click publish for Replit and publish for GitHub Spark. GitHub Spark seems to just do things on its own with no other options and configuration given to us right now, whereas Replit gives us the ability to potentially change the domain if we wanted to, but that is a paid feature, make it public or only me, which is also a paid feature. Some other paid features to upgrade to, like feedback widget, made with Replit, remove the made with Replit badge, and some other settings here. Let's just go ahead and publish with the default settings. Okay, it looks like GitHub Spark is done and visibility is only to me. I can change that to organization or all GitHub users. Okay. So it seems like it's very limited to GitHub's ecosystem when you're vibe coding applications with GitHub Spark. All right, let's give it a minute for Replit to finish publishing as well. All right, so that took a lot longer than GitHub Spark to publish it, but there were a lot of things that Replit was doing behind the scenes to get the application ready for production and to be published. So here's the new link. Let's go test it out, see it running in this way. And it looks like it does still have the continuous Replit. So let me log in with that really quick. Okay, and it did copy over the data that we were seeing in the sample version of the application while we were working on it. Okay, so that's great to see. I can log in, I can send comments in. This was very helpful. Thank you. Right, send in that post. There's the comment there. Create post, share a tip if we want, and all that fun stuff. Okay. One thing I really want to call out, and something we've been noticing with some of the other vibe coding platforms, is they have some security checks kind of built into these things. So it looks like that there was a security scan that Replit ran, and then that was complete. I don't know what the results are of that or where I can go to look into that further to get a better understanding of what exactly it did. But it is nice to see that that is at least being considered on this platform before publishing something like this. On the other hand, GitHub Spark doesn't seem to have any of those capabilities in it, probably because it's still in this public preview state that it's in right now. And it's not been fully published for production use at this point in time, like some of these other platforms we've been trying out. All right, so a couple little things to show in differences between the two platforms. GitHub Spark has some of these other options where you can actually change the theme if you'd like directly from this theme tab that they have here, where you can choose different accent colors, whether you want rounded border radiuses, what the text spacing should be, and all that fun stuff. You can mess with the data based directly from GitHub Spark here. I don't know what it's using for data storage behind the scenes, but at least we have some access to understand what data is being stored for this application. Some further assets you can upload, prompts. I'm not sure. Add AI capabilities by asking it to iterate in the iterate panel. View, edit the prompts powering those features. And they give you suggestions as well of like other features to add to make the application better based on the type of app that you're building. So those are nice to have things, but not necessarily something that significantly differentiates GitHub Spark from Replit in this case. Replit, on the other hand, seems to have more robust solutions. It's not in public preview right now like GitHub Spark. And it does give you access to the database. You can see the development database and production database here. So it's very interesting to see that it has that separation and isolation between the two environments for us, so that when we're actively developing and iterating on features for the app in this view, it won't affect the published version, it seems, based on the database separation that it has here. In addition to that, I can open up another tab to look through some of the options. And here's that security scan option here. Scan your app for vulnerabilities. You can take a look at that and run that directly too. I do like having that capability and feature. And we can see actually it found 4 potential vulnerabilities. And then those are active issues and hidden issues. So there are dependencies that have vulnerabilities and may need to be updated. You can fix that with the agent if you'd like directly in Replit. This is in beta too, so that's something to note. But again, it's really nice to see this type of capability being considered and slowly implemented into these platforms like this. All right, in conclusion, when it comes to design, we give the win to GitHub Spark because it has a more forum feel to it right out of the box and DIY type of theming around it that it picked up on based on what we wanted to do from the prompt. Whereas the Replit side of things, while it did eventually, after you're logged in, it feels more like a forum. Design-wise, it feels very sterile is the word I want to go for, very boring and plain and not really conducive to a DIY type of design and style to it. So I give the win to GitHub Spark when it comes to design, look, and feel. However, from a mobile design and responsiveness standpoint, it seems to me like there are a little bit of quirks from the GitHub Spark side of things. While it's still visible and usable from a mobile point of view, I think Replit gets a little bit of an edge in that regard from the responsiveness in the design for that one. So overall, win in design for GitHub Spark. When it comes to functionality and capabilities there, I think they're both pretty similar. Both are pretty limited right now in terms of what they allow you to log in with. So in the case of GitHub Spark, I think because it's in public preview, they are currently limiting it to only GitHub users that can use and log into these GitHub Spark apps that you might build. And maybe in the future release of this platform, they'll allow more login capabilities beyond that. So bit of a limitation there, but in a similar format, Replit only lets you log in by default with Replit accounts. So it's kind of disappointing to see that it doesn't have the ability to at least let you log in with a username, email, password, that type of thing, like we've seen with other platforms from previous matches. So in that regard, I'd say they're pretty even from the login functionality and capabilities. When it comes to the forum capabilities, both are on par. Both pretty much are even when it comes to creating posts, updating posts, categorizing them, filtering them, allowing people to comment on them, delete your own posts, that type of thing. Pretty much on par with each other. I don't think one has a significant advantage or did anything significantly better than the other. In terms of speed in which they implemented based on the prompt, they're about even in that as well. It took about 4 to 5 minutes for each one to finish coming up with a solution to the prompt and showing something rendering on the screen. So I would say that's kind of a tie there. But where there was a distinguishing advantage between the two platforms is when it came to publishing. GitHub Spark published way faster than Replit. However, it feels like on the Replit side of things, it was going through more strenuous tasks and steps to make sure the application was truly production ready before publishing it. So I don't know that I'd necessarily give GitHub Spark an advantage or a +1 in that column. In fact, I'd rather go the route of it taking longer with Replit so that it gets everything right and more production ready. So on that note, while the speed was faster with GitHub Spark, I feel more confident in the results from Replit in this regard. So I give a +1 to Replit there. One other thing I will call out with Replit is that it did the security check. I like that it has that capability and feature built in there. It helps give me even more confidence in the results that it's producing. All right, with all that said and considered, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Replit is moving on to round 2, but I'm curious, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Should Replit move on to round 2, or do you feel GitHub Spark should? On that note, that does it for this video. If you got value out of it, be sure to like it down below and share with somebody who could put it to use. And if you made it this far, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on upcoming videos. Thanks for watching and happy, safe coding, everyone.